Another Clover production.
Oh, what do you mean we live? What do you mean we live right now? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, shit. Oh, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Shabazz. January 5th, 2022. First off, Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you guys are happy. I hope you guys are healthy. Today is a continuation of last week's show. I kind of got rudely interrupted by my camera, and it did not want me to be great. And we were doing last week spin the wheel reflection of my past anime. All the anime I watched in the past, we were doing a spin the wheel kind of job. This week, we're going to continue that and hopefully finish this in the time we have. But this time, I'm not by myself. And before I bring my guests along, peep the right corner. Y'all see that? Yo. So I do anime content now on ShabazzTV, so I think it was kind of right if I had someone draw an animated version of your boy. So for me, that's a sharp looking dude right there. I can't show the whole fit for me, but I got the straw hat from One Piece. I got if you look in the eyes of it, if you've seen it on my Instagram, it's the Rene Sharingan. And I got the outfit from Goku. Like, but baby blue and white, because you're fat. We wavy, baby. But coming to the set, a constant member who basically at this point should be the co-host of the ShabazzTV Show, Daddy Baps, in the spot. Yeah.
We on moment. Good to be back. Happy to be back. Happy New Year to everybody. I was one of the first people to saw his new design. I was like, yo, that's tough. We'd love to see it. And whoever did it, I think you got it off of Fiverr, right? Or something like that.
Shout out to Fiverr, man. I'm about to plug her right now. I don't know. I forgot her name. It's like some animator something.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It's awesome. Great design. It capitulates who you are. And yeah, man, I'm excited for this year with your channel and everything like that. You feel me?
Yes, sir. For me, so you said last week. What did you think about the spin the wheel, John?
I loved it. I loved your honest opinions, and it was like you couldn't script it. You couldn't obviously we don't really script much on ShabazzTV. Your honest reactions if it Like that was awesome. The chat was going crazy as well with their reactions and their thoughts. I wish we could have finished it last week because it would have been awesome just to end the year off right. But we're gonna start the year off right too. So it was awesome. It was good. And let's get cracking.
Let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking, man. I like it. I like it. If you're joining from YouTube, what's going on? If you're joining from Facebook, what's going on as well? Oh, never mind. Oh, shit. Hold on. There we go. There we go. We're doing spin the wheel. If it lands on the anime, we talk about it for a little bit. If I watched it, if Natchez watched it too, he'll add his little 2 cents and we'll go from there. So
before we get started, I watched a lot of his the same thing that I was a growing boy. I was young, dumb, welcome too. So my reactions might be the same as his with some of the anime. We also might have different reactions, just like the tier list video. I might think something's amazing, he might not, or vice versa. So it's honest thoughts for each other. We're not one mind. We're different people. So we're gonna make it happen.
We both handsome guys, but we different people at the same time.
Man.
You know the vibes. So spinning the wheel.
Ugh. How was your day, son?
Day was alright, son. Just working, stuff like that. Oh man. Your Lie in April.
Haven't seen it. So this is all
you haven't seen it. Okay.
I haven't seen it. The only thing I know about it is that it's an emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Yo, Your Lie in April is a good anime. It made me cry a lot because there was a lot of moments that just had me like in the heartstrings, and like I'm not like an athlete. I'm not like a person of like, I'm a YouTuber for me, but like I didn't have like we played saxophone and drums, like that's pretty much it. But like we didn't have like our parents on our ass like, oh, you mess up a note here, you mess up a note there, do better. Like we didn't have that kind of pressure on us.
Right.
And the main character he had mad pressure from like the womb to become a master penis, and then he stopped because like he lost the love for it. And that's like athletes nowadays, like if you talk real life on ShabazzTV, not just anime, real life though. Like if you have like when I have kids one day, like I'm not gonna put that pressure on them. If they want to be an athlete, great. If they want to do other stuff, great. You could just support them. Like if you force them to love something, they're gonna like. If they say my kids want to play basketball or want to play football, which I will hope so, or want to play football, and they pick it up themselves, but then I turn it into, oh, you gotta do it. They're gonna lose the love for the game, and that's what happened in Your Lie in April. Like the guy, he lost the love for playing the piano, and he eventually got the love back because of a show that he found interest in, who eventually loves him, but she doesn't say it until she dies and writes him a letter and like, this whole time I didn't like your friend. All the attention. I liked you more. Like I loved you. And he doesn't find it out until she dies. Like that's the whole lie in April. It's like that's basically the entire thing. Like damn, like you love me. Why you ain't say nothing? So what's up with you, son?
Yeah, that's damn, son. Like,
pain,
emotional damage, bro. Well, my biggest and based off the description you gave, I definitely need to check it out. And every time we talk about a show, it's like words don't do it justice. Like you talked about One Piece last week and being the GOAT and everything like that, and everything, and even your tier list, right? Like when you're going over like One Piece arcs, for example, right? You talk about it, but actually watching it and like words don't sometimes do it justice. You have to watch it for yourself. So I definitely need to check it out. I'm watching Erased right now because everything it's just like this is this. We can have recommendations, but unless you watch it for yourself, you don't know what's going on. So even if you told me everything that just happened with Your Lie in April, I'm still like, yeah, I need to check it out because that's something like I can get emotionally invested and be devastated whenever the plot points happen. So I gotta check out Your Lie in April now. So do you guys. Word.
Moving on, shutting down.
Yeah, we.
Oh, Logo Joe in the spot. What's going on, baby girl? Dragon Ball Z. Wow.
Dragon Ball
I was hoping this one was like one of the last ones. You can go first.
Man, define an era. Damn, my dog going crazy right now. Shout out to Bima, word. But defines an era. Like defines just the genre of anime.
Mm.
You watch anime, whether it's shonen, romance, whatever, you have either watched it or heard of Dragon Ball Z, right? And we can get into what the fan base represents and everything like that. But I love Dragon Ball Z, and I also love Dragon Ball Z Abridged too.
Yeah.
What Team Four Star did to Dragon Ball Z made it more less fillerish, more like just more happy, more comedic appeal. But yeah, you still get the gist of if you watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged, you get the gist of everything that happened, like
Yeah.
every single thing that happened, and you might even like that better. Right? I watched the bridge like 3-4 times, and I'm like, okay, now I remember watching everything for the first time again. Now the screaming match between Goku and Frieza lasting like the fight lasting like 10, 12 episodes, being the longest fight in anime history. I don't remember. I don't like that part. But making it 3 parts in like basically a total maybe of like 30 minutes, maybe. Like that's something like it the creativity to do that and the voice acting and everything what Team Four Star did was awesome. Hype fights, hype moments, Goku versus Frieza, Gohan versus Cell. And I don't know if Super is on the list as well, but we have so many defining moments in Dragon Ball Z. It yeah, it's top tier, it's goated. What more can you say about it, man?
Yeah, man. If you watch like anime wouldn't be where it is in the West without Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
Without DBZ's number one, Joe. So that's a fact. It's not the best. No one's saying it's the best, but it's the greatest because of what it did. So we said it defined a generation. It defined a whole side of the world. Like without the success of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, anime would not be here. One Piece would not be here. Naruto would not be here. Bleach wouldn't be here. Tokyo Revengers. You name the anime, and in some respect, Dragon Ball had a major influence onto why it's here.
Right.
The fan base itself is toxic as fuck. We're not talking about the fan base though. We're talking about the anime itself. Is one of those like a bridge did it right. You're right. Because literally it took the fillers, it took the long standing episodes and made it like short and compact where I could show it to my girl and she would know what the hell's going on. And like if we got like 5 hours to watch the whole thing of a bridge. Like you could do it in like half a day, watch the entire thing versus waiting like I think it's like 100 something episodes. Like no, like a bridge does it right off the rip. But in terms of Dragon Ball Z, I think Super's in there. I want to say yes, but if it's not in there, Super's okay. Goku, I don't like it because it made Goku more idiotic. Because in Z, he was smart. He was he's a smart fighter in Super for sure, but he was more of a smart person in Dragon Ball Z.
He was less impulsive. Like he didn't like he. Well, I don't know if Super's in there, but he didn't like press a button to go to Z. Like he in Z, he wouldn't press a button for the God of all gods to show up or go to him. Like he wouldn't threaten the God of destruction just for a fight kind of thing. He cared about Earth and he cared about his family and
Yeah.
saving the world. He didn't want the next challenge. Like Dragon Ball Super kind of made him to a power hungry, a power grasping person. But
Yeah.
ZBZ kept him grounded. Like, yeah, he aliens and Saiyans and other stuff like that. But like other than that, he still was a father. He tried his best, even though Piccolo's really Gohan's father, but he tried. You know, he was there trying to help him out, right? And Dragon Ball Z just I don't know, like oh man, what we could talk about, but we gotta move on. I know,
You gotta move on. Gotta move on. Gotta move on.
man. You feel me? Ah, damn it. Oh, cool. Oh, hey.
Will mom, man? Will yo, Aaron, will you mom, man?
Where the food at, son?
Where the food at? Come on, nah. Food Wars is okay. It's honestly like I would recommend it to a friend. if they were into food, if there was like, let's say someone smacked all the time and they don't want to like look at food, like it's basically the kitchen channel, but anime. Like Hell's Kitchen and
Yeah.
freaking Master Chef and all this other stuff, but with anime. And it's okay. The plot kind of like draws it out a little bit. Like, all right, now like you got people getting naked off of food, son. Like
It's orgasms, bro. What do you
food, I
want?
get the food gasm part. Like my girl literally had one off of cornbread today. Like she was craving cornbread, and then she made the cornbread, and then she had put butter in the pan so like it'll get all crispy and stuff. Like, and she was
Hold on.
excited. Hold on, like that's fire, son. Like she got the food gasm. Like it's basically like food gasm, food porn. Like it's food porn,
Yeah.
and I'm like, bro, like come on. So I'm like, yeah, it's kind of dragged at this point. And then when you seen it, when freaking Soma lost, I was like, bro,
Wait,
like
which time?
the last time, like I
Oh,
thought he was,
yeah, bro.
I wanted him to beat Erina, bro. Like, come
Bro,
on,
she
son.
made it, bro. She's the definition of a tsundere. It's one of those, like, I don't know, for those who are new to anime and whatever, tsunderes are like the love interest, but like they don't want to be. They're like, oh, they make fun of the main character, and they're like, oh no, I don't like him, or no, like, but deep down they really care about him. And she warms up, but like, the ending did suck. Like, I mean, if you're besides the plot, if you were actually invested into the show, and you're like, all right, like my son, the main character has to win, right? And like you go to the journey, like, he wins and wins and wins, and then like the very end, he did his job. He did everything he could, and it's like he lost off of like a technicality or anything. Like it was just it was unpleasant to watch at the end. But again, enjoyable experience. If you're
Yeah.
up at like 1 a.m. on Netflix, check it out. You know, it's there. Plot, you're young, dumb, full of cum. Check it out, too.
Yeah, young, dumb, full of cum. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
We weren't as young when we watched it because it didn't come out when we were in puberty, but yeah, it's still dumb.
Still dumb. Oh man. But yeah.
Who was is good though? Who was is good? It was a good time. Ah man, go first, brother.
Nah. You were adamant in the tier list.
I was. And
Yo,
I
watch
still
your tier list, son, on my YouTube. You already know the vibes. Come
I
on,
still
son.
am adamant. I still am. It's probably has the best MC of all time. It probably does. If you can make an argument, at least top 3 MC of all time. The power system, the Gigas itself was awesome as hell. It's one of the things that I don't know, you can get power hungry and crazy, but that's something that would be dope to have in the real life, right? Right
But-
next to Shadow Clone Jutsu.
But if you have the Gias and you overuse the Gias, basically, like eventually
It
both
takes
your
over.
eyes, yeah,
Right.
both your eyes will have the Gias. So if
With
it's
great power comes great responsibility, right? So not overusing it, and everyone thinks, oh, I would do this and be power crazy, whatever. But regardless, though, MC Lelouch, the anti-hero, and Suzuki, everything worked out perfectly, and only he can do that. And Code Geass isn't. It's an action anime. There's some action in it, but emotionally invested. Like the animes that and emotionally satisfying too. Right. It's the animes that I considered goated, or even the like Ballad or Goat, whatever. They always have They have one thing in common at least, and I get emotionally invested. Like that emotional investment, like and spoiler alert, when we thought that Lucia's sister died in that explosion, I was like, ain't no way it happened. The one person he was trying to save the most. Greatly, she didn't. But when we first see it for the first time, I'm like, no. The one thing that kept them sane snaps. Like, yeah, word.
Oh no.
I know.
There's a lot we can say about it. But go to MC, great premise. He's trying to change the world, and he does. And some argue for the better, some argue for the worse, but he did his job. And when his sister found out what happened and everything, he's like, "No, the one thing I wanted was to be with you." And he's like, "Nah, I want to make the world better for you." It's conflicting ideals. He did what he did. He went out like a G. That's my guy. That's my guy.
That's my guy. That's my guy. Who is this? I feel like with Code Geass, and 2 to 3 minutes doesn't do it justice. It's one of those like you can sit down and thoroughly enjoy it and rewatch it time and time and time again because it's relatively short. One and two, like for the animation style that it had, like it came out early 2000s, so it's like damn, it's not peak animation, but like they tried their best and for a
Oh,
sci-fi.
hey, no, welcome. Word.
Oh shit, sorry. Yo, hey Nasty, what you do? Like if for Code Geass, like for what it had, it made the most of it. For a sci-fi where you're supposed to be like mad brights and all this other stuff, like they have mechs in the anime. Like you got you got people fighting robots. Like that's a kid dream. Like, oh, I want to be in a robot and fight. Like that's freaking amazing. And the way they did that, and they used that, there wasn't like heavy action. It wasn't like heavy action. Shout out to Chris, man. Shout out to whole slate too. Jay Honey, not Jay Money. It's Jay Honey now. What are you talking about? But like, it is not limited action, but like with the action that they had paired with the smarts and being tactical and the whole chess dynamic of the game, because everything at the end of the day was a game. It was a mind game, or like I did one move and you do one better, and like all in learning how to adapt.
Yeah.
That's what it really teaches you. Like sometimes shit hits the fan, and you gotta think on the fly and pivot and just make moves and try to not die. So all in all, bro, Code Geass is one of those. Like it's just great. It's just honestly great. Like it's just great.
Like, counter, full counter, counter back, counter, counter.
Rising of the right. Rising of the Shield. All right, Rising of the Shield, bro. I'm watching Samurai Champloo right now, and I'm almost done. After I think on the 9th, that's when on Sunday. That's when Attack on Titan comes out. So I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
I gotta watch my World Trigger, One Piece episode. Watch Attack on Titan. And it's I might just rewatch Rising of the Shield because Rising of the Shield, it's one of the best. It's one of the best because it's an isekai and off the rip, shit hits the fan, and you're like, "Oh no, like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell shit is going on here?" And then you just see this guy, like, he's a humble dude. He's a not overly emotional, very nonchalant, but like you kind of see like similarities between this one and other anime, which it makes it puts a spin on the whatever's not broke, don't fix it. Like you kind of got like a lot of women fawning over him and stuff like that. Like that trope is fine, but the way he does it and him being like he not trying to be anybody else, it's just him being him and him standing on his morals. That's fire. And the fights is cool. He's cooking niggas with a shield, bro. Niggas got swords, lances, and freaking other stuff. He's just cooking niggas with a shield. He's supposed to be the weakest person, but he ends up being one of the strongest people. That's kind of dope. And the way they did it was dope.
Absolutely, bro. Like again, it's one of the anime that I recommend. Like I tell people, yo, watch Rising of the Shield. And I think season 2 comes out either in April or June. One of those two.
That's a big distinction, son. That's 2 months.
2 months, yeah, 2 months, bro. Relax. But I'm excited for season 2 whenever it does come out. Ah man, where does it go from here? I'm excited for that story. But everything you said was cool. Like I don't know what made me watch it. I think my bro Jordan was like, yo, check out this anime. And I was like, all right, bet I got you. First episode, I'm like, oh nah. And like the first episode, like 40 minutes. I was like, 40 minutes. He's like, yo, bro. Watch it. I was like, all right, bro, I got you. I'm like, yo, is this next episode 40 minutes? He's like, no, the rest of the episodes are 20 minutes. I'm like, 40 minutes. I'm like, what can they do in 40? I'm like, yeah, they can do a lot in 40 minutes and get you emotionally invested in 40 minutes. And it's like, damn, if you don't like it after the first episode, then just drop it. But like, if you're like, damn, how does he go from low key 0 to hero?
Yeah.
Like, he goes from hero to 0 and then 0
Back
to
to hero. Yeah.
So, chill, man. Don't sleep on defense. If you play RPGs, don't sleep on defense. Like, yeah, let's go. It has potential to be goated, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Psyche K.
Oh, you got it. I haven't watched it.
I feel like it was one of those like, if it's on, but I'm not gonna search my way for it. Like when I gave it a chance, I gave it a fair chance, and it was okay. Like I understood. Like the dude is born with psychic powers. Like, ooh, wow. And he lives a normal life, but shit just keep happening. So it kind of felt fillerish. Like every episode is something new. So like I feel like it kind of gave like a back in the day TV show, like a SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents, like it doesn't connect, but every episode is something different. And I'm like, I'm not really like the main. He's hilarious and he's funny in the way he deals with stuff on a day-to-day basis. Being a kid with psychic powers who has like basically the power to destroy the world if he wanted to, like that's okay. I just feel like the way they did it, like if it was like in a not a shonen kind of style, but it was like a story. Like he's born with psychic powers and he has to like travel somewhere or meet more people, but it's literally like the same group of people in this every episode. I'm like, I couldn't finish it. I was like, it's one of those like I just couldn't finish it.
Right. So, and this might be a weird thing to talk about, but like you're wanting of a continuous story, right? That's why like I put, and this might be a weird comparison. It's like Friends versus How I Met Your Mother, right? Like How I Met Your Mother was a continuous story. Like every episode matters. Like something that happens in season 1, and yeah, same thing happens in Friends a little bit. Like the running gags with like Ross getting divorced and Phoebe having kids. Like that does.
We were on a break.
We were on a break and other stuff like that. And like Chandler and Monica being married. Like there are key plot points that connect. But every episode you could put on an episode and like, okay, like you don't have to be like, what happened a couple of episodes before or anything like that. Like you can just watch it and like enjoy it. But versus How I Met Your Mother, if you just skip a season, if you skip one episode, you're like, oh, hold on, what happened? Why is Ted with Robin? What is this incident? What is that? So I don't know. I agree. I like anime with a story, and there's some anime I can just put on, like if I'm doing work or whatever. I might, based off your description, I might put on like Psyche K as just I'm grading homework, and I might just put it on. Like, I don't have to watch. I don't have to watch it. I don't have to be intensely focusing on it. But if I can't watch anime like that, like Food Wars was like that for me, and it was just fun. Like I was doing other stuff. I was applying for jobs at the time, and yeah, so like.
But I feel like with Food Wars, if you're saying Food Wars had a story.
Oh no, it didn't. No. I'm saying like there are some animes that have a story that I can just put on. Like okay, glance, and it's like I'm watching it. Like I'm doing other work while I'm watching it. Like okay, like you put on. Like, okay, cool. Like first episode, yeah, he has psychic powers, and then like his misfortunes with it. And every episode is basically the same plot point over and over again.
Yeah,
misfortunes with psychic powers, and everything gets fixed at the end. It's not saying it's a bad show. It gets repetitive, and he's like, okay, cool. When we were younger with like SpongeBob, and you can spin the wheel. Last point, like SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, like everything gets fixed at the end. There's no consequences.
Yeah.
Like, am I invested in that? No.
Blue Exorcist. If Chris was here, he would go to town. But I feel like with Blue Exorcist, I feel like it had potential to be a valid anime, but the way it just kind of like felt rushed. And I heard, like, I think you mentioned it before, like back in the day, like it was like it had 2 endings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how do you have 2 endings for it? Like I think because I think the manga, like they shied away from the manga, and then they went back
Literally,
to the manga. And I'm like, bro, like if you're gonna write a story, if you're gonna animate a story, don't do your own thing. Do it based off what was written in the manga. That's how you're supposed to do it. So right off the rip, that takes mad points off of it. And then I don't think I watched the alternate ending, like the actual ending, but I'm just like, bro, like the it just wasn't it. It kind of gave me like stuff like you said, like the friends, and that's a good comparison. Like there's there's major points in it, but every episode was kind of like randomish. Like it wasn't like a direct part of the story.
man, I don't even remember the endings. I watched both of them, and I think it's still going, or like the manga is still going. But I have no interest in picking it back up, and not because it's like I tried it. It was great. It had potential, and
Yeah.
then once I heard, like I don't know who I heard it from, but I was like talking to somebody about it, and they're like, "Oh, like when this happened, right?" I was like,
Huh?
Well, like, yeah, when this happened, and I look, and sure enough, boom, the like diversion, and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me! Like, why am I gonna? I gotta go backwards to go forward? Like, I'm not doing like when you mentioned it. So you're gonna adapt an anime to a manga, at least wait until like it goes. I know they didn't want it to be fillers and wait for it to happen. We could have just ended the season at that point, and then like leave it off a cliffhanger, have build interest and just like Attack on Titan, leave it on a cliffhanger,
Yeah.
build interest, and then when it actually is finished, adapt the rest or another season. But it was, I think, I don't know when it came out, but as I'm talking, I'm gonna Google it.
But yeah, like you're right, bro. Honestly, like even Black Clover, it was mad close to the manga, so they took a hiatus, and now we're just waiting patiently for this year. And when it comes back,
2009, like it came out, so like seasonal anime wasn't a big thing back then. But even then, it's like take a break. It's cool. Like if people like the show, which we did like the show, we would come back when it is announced. Like,
yeah,
oh, son.
like Black Clover did it right. It's doing it right now. Like in My Hero, like seasons, like okay, it's on a break. It's gonna come back. Let the manga get ahead a lot because compared to one, it's a lot that happens. And like, all right, cool. Like come back, animate it, break the internet potentially, and have some hype ass moments. Be animated.
Right.
That's it. Like that's pretty much it. And Blue Exorcist, it just didn't. It just wasn't it, Chief.
Can't stop the rain.
Oof.
Is it Baki or Seven Deadly?
Evidently.
I guess really quickly, it. Do you ever see the meme of like the first half of a horse looking great, and the second half looking busted?
Yeah.
I think that's the way. Like it had you with like the whole story, and also they did my homie Gil Thunder so bad, bro. They introduced him as this cold-hearted person, and they think he's gonna be awesome, and yeah, he was. He's a good person, or like misunderstood maybe. But
Yeah.
he's gonna be powerful for going out. No, there's people way like it gets like way crazier. Rich
This one got nerfed off the
progression,
right.
yeah, but nerfed OD. It's similar to like when you face a villain that hard as hell, but then the villain joins your team, and then now just like they're nerfed, they're not even as like powerful anymore. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but they had the hypeness, and then it just stopped. Like it's just stopped trying. Like when they did, I think they went back in time and it was like King and Diane, they were reincarnates of someone else, and it's like they lost everything. And then the animation as well was trash. So I have kids who I teach, and they're like, "Oh, watch Seven Deadly Sins." I'm like, "Yeah, I watched like the first 2 seasons, and then I stopped because I tried season 3 and then I fell
Wasn't it?
out of it." But great highs, Escanor, he's the goat, one
Yeah.
of the greatest characters of all time. He's not even an MC. The cockiness of him, I fucks with so heavy, but like it's and Bond too. Like Bond and Escanor are probably the two best characters in the show. Like
Yeah.
and they're great characters even in the whole anime world. But like not having great characters don't necessarily make for a good story as well. Like if you have a great story, cool. But the great characters can't help with the story. The story has to be good too. So I don't know. It's okay. Great start, terrible finish, or I think it's still going too. So
I'm like, at this point, what else can you do? Like, I feel like Eliotis as the MC is not it.
Rip Bond, see my boy saying word. Rip
You know,
Bond,
Sammy, what it do?
bro. Like
Like,
it's crazy, man. Like, yo,
like,
welcome back, welcome Sam. Word.
I feel like with Meliodas, I get that you're in love with somebody, but after 3,000 years, bro, like I feel like literally, bro, like chasing the same shorty for 3,000 years. Every time she finds out, which eventually she finds out, she dies. That's kind of like the emotional damage. Like he been through some shit. The whole cast, honestly, has been through some
Yeah.
shit. And it's pain, depression. I'm like, damn, like that's tough. They hunting me down.
Word. They
The
tough.
seven,
Word.
the seven deadly people hunting me down. Word. Nah, but I don't know. I feel like Escanor made the show. Bond made the show. RP Bond after season 2.
Yeah. It's after season 2, it's just like
It's dud. Like it's a dud, honestly. Like it's just not it, Chief. And fortunately, that's it. How you doing, Sammy? Word.
oh, my boy is up to date with One Piece now. Word.
Ah,
It took forever. Me and Jordan were like, "Yo, watch it." He finally did. He's finally up to date. He's been texting us his journey to One Piece and everything like that. I'm like, wow, that's how I was like. So it's awesome. I've probably seen it. I do not remember. I'm gonna keep it a band. I do not remember Demon King Daimon.
Demon King Diamond was okay. I'll keep this short. It was okay. It's one of those like it's quick. It's gonna 12, 13 episodes of that. Like there's one season, the dude he gets to high school and they show him, they tell him like what your career goals are. And some people get doctors, lawyers, he gets Demon King. And he basically is a reincarnation of the Demon King. And it's I think it's a harem type of anime. This is when I was young, dumb, and full of cum. Yes, I was watching this. Yeah. And he had the biddies, and that was pretty much it. Like it's okay. Like it's okay. Like it's not. I'm not gonna recommend it to somebody, but it was fine.
Boom.
That's it. It's fine.
Man, that's crazy. I
What?
think I probably watched it. I just don't remember it. Ah,
The biggest plot.
the biggest plot.
All right. What does plot mean?
You're watching. Okay, so what do you typically read a story or watch a story for, or read a show or watch a show for?
The
Right.
adventure, the action. Yeah.
That's all plot, right? So plot, and we like the plot, right? So you watch this. You're supposed to watch the show for the story, the characters, everything that encompasses the actual plot, right?
Yeah.
But there's another reason why you watch the show.
Okay.
Titties.
Yeah.
Ass and titties, right? So that's what the term plot and everything, like the joke with plot is like. You're watching this story, yeah. You're watching it for the story. Wink, nudge, like yeah, the story, yeah. But I actually think the story is actually pretty.
Really, yo, bro, like the story is fire.
The story was good.
Literally,
The fight was awesome too. The power, like when he took the fight that I remember the most was just awesome when he fought the White Dragon Emperor. And he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna like take your power." He's like, "Oh, if you do that, you're gonna like drastically cut your life." He's like, "I don't care if I'm living. I just want to be harem king." And that's the goal. And also, actually, does become harem king. He's just oblivious and doesn't know it.
Yeah.
But like, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take your power and beat your ass with it." And he's like, "Bink, bink, bink." Gives him the beats, bro. And I think it was a scene on TikTok too. Hilarious. When what's his name? Zazel.
Yeah.
Yo, we need to get Issei an advantage. What are we gonna say? Oh, his half power divides everything in half. So Rias's breast size is gonna divide in half. So he's like, nah. He's like, oh, Rias is half. No, Akino, Rias. Oh, and he's like, titties. Power up. It was comedic. It's hilarious. There's so much I can say that's great about it. And yeah, it gets. Oh, it's fan servicey and other stuff like that.
Hell
But
yeah.
if you get past that, it's actually a great story and great fights. And I actually like would I recommend it to somebody who's of age and like who's an adult? Probably not. Young, dumb, full of cum. Absolutely. Not my kids though, not my sixth graders, no. But like like yeah, it's a great show. And I think people should actually give it a fair shot without thinking of the fan service.
I like it. I liked it. Obviously, I'm not gonna watch it in public, on the train, going to work. I'm not gonna watch that. It's one of those that you gotta watch it in your crib, in the comforts of your own home. Because for me, just in case you get that accidental Woody, for me, you ain't trying to see that to the grandmas on the train station, right? That's not it. But in terms like I feel like I agree. Give it like really take the plot out. It's a solid ass anime. Like take like you really put that in like a shonen anime, I feel like that would be fire. Like I feel like if they turn it from less about the fan service, less about the plot, and made it more encompassed around the actual plot of the story, like the dude would be fire. Like a random high schooler gets killed because someone gave him a devil power. That's off rip, similar to Naruto or similar to Jujutsu Kaisen or similar to Demon Slayer. I was like, you got a lot of things that it can be based off of, and like you have like people leveling it up, like Kiba with the swords thing. That's dope. You got Rias with like increasing her mind because she is the leader or whatever. Like you got Issei getting better with the Dragon Emperor. Like it's just I feel like they have potential if they want to like rewrite it or rework it to like an actual like a solid anime that people will love and enjoy, not off the fan service, not off the plot, but off of actual the story. They can do that. They can honestly do that.
Word. Yeah. Yo, shout out. I don't know who made the show, but yo, they need to hire us. Word.
I watched it so many times, bro. Like I don't even like. I watched it so many times, bro. Just out of boredom, because I got my anime palette was so small back then. I just like, yeah, I want to see again, young, dumb, full of cum. Like I want to see some. I want to see some titties today.
Titties. Sorry. Titties. Sorry. I actually haven't seen God of High School.
You have, bro? Nah, bro. You gotta watch God of High School, bro.
Bro, I was going to, and I swear, I think it might have been Jordan, or it might have actually been Sam. Somebody told me, bro, don't watch it. It's not worth it. The pacing was, I heard it was absolutely terrible.
Yeah, for sure.
Where like he gets okay, cool. He's the strongest high schooler, and then okay, yes, it's crazy. I haven't watched it. I'll give it a shot. During the week, I can't watch anime because I'll be so exhausted after teaching. But like maybe the weekend, maybe outside of Sundays, because football. But point is, right? I heard the pacing was crazy.
Yes, Sam, you said not that crazy, bro. It was crazy, like, bro, like I think it's like 13 episodes, 13, 14, and like it's kind of rushed. It's kind of rushed. Like, where do we go? Like, you go forget from like the tournament to end of the world shit. You're like, what the fuck happened? So I definitely agree that whoever told you that it was rushed, they definitely are right. But it's solid. Like for what it is worth, and although it's rushed, I might read it one day. I might not. I might. It's one of those like I could care less. Biggest.
So I'm cool. Yeah, biggest disappointment 2020. Hey,
they had to put. Literally, you seen the first episode. You're like, okay, they not throwing no like powers. It's a straight hands. It's straight hands. Like straight hands and feet. Like it's fire. Like it's cool. But then I feel like at some point it kind of gets lost, and the dude turns into like some Wukong, the Monkey King, and I'm just like, all right, now it's just
like, what happened? Like how did we get here?
How did we get here? So Sam, you said the biggest 2020 disappointment. I don't know about that, but that's definitely a strong statement. And I'm thinking about like other anime I've seen in 2020. 2020 as a whole was a disappointment, but I don't know.
It's tragic. You hate to see it. 2020 disappointed as a whole, but it's all right. We lit. We're 2022 now. Word.
Shippuden.
Man. So, as you know, Naruto, favorite anime of all time. Naruto Shippuden. I also vibe with it heavy. Time skip. Anytime there's a time skip, you're like, okay, like and you're excited. And I actually didn't pick out Shippuden until like they were like when he was learning the wrestling Shuriken. Like that's when I picked it up again because it had been years since I was watching OG Naruto, and I picked it up. Oh my! I didn't even know it was continuing. Shout out to Carlos, from middle school. He was watching. I was like, Naruto's still going? He's like, yeah, it's been going on for years. I was like, nah. So I watched it. I was like, oh, bet we lit. And after we did the tier list, right? We had people talking to me. It was like, yo, OG Naruto is better than Shippuden. Shippuden is better than OG. Like we had to pick one, right?
Yeah.
I had to pick one. And although, and this is revisionist history, although it has way more filler, right? Something big happens, a bunch of filler. Something big happens, a bunch of filler.
Yeah.
I think the highs of Shippuden, and I'm revising myself, but the highs of Shippuden and everything, OG Naruto set up everything, but Shippuden delivered.
Yeah.
Itachi versus Sasuke, for example. That something that was building up from episode 2 when they introduced the team. That's something, it took so many episodes, but boom, it happened. Naruto versus Sasuke part 2. Well, part 3 if you don't count the bridge part.
Yeah.
Right?
Part,
Sasuke finding out
part 4, because then we got the bridge part, and then you got when he did the Orochimaru's hideout. Technically.
Oh yeah, so yeah, part 4 basically, but the final fight, it's like everything that they both learned, and yeah, it got crazy with the aliens with Boruto. We're gonna talk about Boruto, but like Madara hyped up from the jump, bro. When they had the first fight, the very first fight of Naruto, like not first fight of Naruto versus Sasuke, and they had the valley.
Yeah.
Who is Madara? Who is this person that took the first Hokage to the brink? Like, and Madara shows up and fucks shit up. You have a TikTok that talks about him fucking shit up. Like it, I think Naruto, OG Naruto, set up everything for Shippuden to deliver, and it did. So I would actually, if we can go back in time and change it, I would put Shippuden at the goated and an OG at amazing. But like, it's splitting hairs. Rock Lee versus Gaara is still probably one of the top 5 fights of all time. But Pain versus Naruto, Itachi versus Sasuke, and Naruto versus Sasuke, Obito versus Kakashi. I'm already just thinking Guy versus Madara.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many better fights in Shippuden than in OG, and it's not about the fights itself, but man, there's so much you can talk about. We can talk about it for a whole show. We don't have the time, but yeah, that's my thoughts, man.
I don't know. You said a lot, and there's a lot to unpack, but you weren't wrong. You weren't wrong. Do I want to revise that in the future? No. I think that we said it for a reason. And obviously looking back, like, oh, maybe I should have said it, but at the moment we felt like OG was better than Shippuden. And some people might agree with that statement. Some people might be like, oh, you're wild. There's gonna be a show in the future. Hopefully, depending on what time this nigga Matt finishes fucking Naruto, give me some of that. Matt, if you're watching this, bro, have this on the side and watch Naruto. What's going on, bro? Like, I want to bring you on the show when we talk about Naruto because I know you love this shit. Like, dude, get it together. Anyway, I digress. Like, I feel like with Naruto, either way, either option is good. Either option is good. I like what you said that OG Naruto, like, it kind of like alley-ooped it. And then Shippuden was like, Vince Carter, freaking NBA Street, game breaker, him. Like, it kind of, it set the anime world on fire. And it might be the nostalgia talking with the OG Naruto's because like when we first started watching it with the tuning exams, and then we saw with the Rock Lee versus Gaara, we see the Neji versus Naruto. We seen a lot of good shit. So it might be the nostalgia talking a little bit, but Shippuden definitely had the moments. And if it came out today, I feel like it would be more popular. Like, now that One Piece is ongoing, Bleach is coming back for the 1,000-Year Blood War, so that's gonna be popular now. But everyone is gonna start sleeping on Naruto because it's not out. You got Boruto, but that's not Naruto.
Right.
Boruto's its own thing. It's like the writer he's not writing it. So if Toriyama was writing it,
Kishimoto, don't be
Kishimoto, So many different writers. Kishimoto, if he was writing it, it might be like, okay, this is fucking amazing. But like, since he's not, and it's some random dude, like, no disrespect to the random dude, but you're not Kishimoto.
It's not it.
It's not it. But that's just me. That's what I mean.
I don't know if you've done the OG Naruto yet, but
I think I did.
Spins, Shino got hold.
Shino got hold, bro.
Spin the wheel. We'll talk about it briefly. Shino was probably the strongest Genin in OG Naruto. The strongest. Because who was beating his power, bro? Bugs who eat chakra stuff. Who was beating his power, son? Like nobody. So Shino got hold. Word. That's
Shino
the whole
definitely got hold. Indeed. Kuroko Basket. I couldn't finish it.
Any thoughts on it? Like
I watched like a lot of the episodes. I just couldn't finish the anime. I just felt like it was kind of dull. Like I like underdog teams. Like I love Haikyuu. Like underdog team, they take L's and they get better. Like I get that. There's something about Kuroko. I just couldn't. Him as a person, Kuroko was fucking funny. Like him he doesn't have a presence. Like him being like it was there. I don't know. I feel like I just couldn't really vibe with it. That's just me. You didn't watch it? I thought you watched it.
I haven't. No, the first sports anime, at least I remember, was Haikyuu. I don't think I watched. I think I randomly turned on Haikyuu and I was like, "Oh wow, this is dope." And then yeah, I wanted to watch Kuroko Basket, but
I think you should. I cannot wait for Blue Lock. It's like soccer.
It's a soccer one, right?
Soccer shit, bro. That shit about to go. I seen the trailer, bro. That shit about to go crazy, bro. That shit about to go crazy. Crazy. Chivalry of a failed night. Real quick, it's basically a dude who's in school.
I remember this. I had to Google it. I remember it.
It's one of those like 12 episodes. Like back in the day, I was watching a lot of like 12 episode anime in like a day just to get them out the way. I kind of stumbled upon it. I was like, oh, let me watch it. Let me see what this vibe is. It's okay. Like it's fine. The swordsmanship is dope. The story is okay. I just feel like a lot of these 12 episode animes, like they kind of flop. Which I like this is why like I don't have much to say about this, but I'm gonna have like a general topic. I think I saw a TikTok and it said because nowadays anime you get 12 episodes, you get one season, and if you flop, it's over. Like there's no like the manga could be continuing, but the anime will not get another reboot. I saw a TikTok and it said, would the big three be not popular, but would it survive in today's like anime cycle? And I think Naruto, yes, because off the rip you got Land of Waves.
Right.
One Piece, it depends because I started watching. I was watching, but I fell in love with it at Arlong Park, and
that's like episode like 30.
And I think I want to say yeah, episode 31. So that will be a season 2 in another anime.
Yeah,
but you got Mihawk versus Zoro. That happens in Baratie. So
I fell in love with that Baratie, to be honest.
That's cool, but I felt like I saw that moment. I was like, I cried for my son Zoro, and I was like, okay, good. But this is not about One Piece, whatever. But like, I feel like Bleach. I don't know. I haven't watched Bleach, so I can't really say. But anime, it's on a stricter scale. Right? If you're not at the level, if you're not hitting the sales, if you're not hitting the marks that you need to be hitting, you're done, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, Shiver Phil Nate. I had to Google it. I was like, "What is this show?" I was like, "Oh my god, I remember it." It's basically like it's a shorter version of Shield Hero in a way, where like the guy's treated as like he's like everyone's at the school has powers and everything, but he doesn't. But like he uses his wit to win and be awesome. And yeah, I think it is like a harem thing or like a romance kind of thing. But it was cool. Like good 12 episode watch. Like I rate it. It was cool, valid.
Like it was just there.
It was there, yeah. Man, that was a throwback. I was like, damn, I had not remembered that until just now.
I
Couldn't finish it.
You couldn't finish it, bro. What?
Couldn't finish it.
Bro, I was enjoying this. I feel like the anime. I think I had a whole like conversation with Josue and A Nasty. Like, I didn't like the anime style at first. I thought it was kind of a little bit too much. You know, like the faces was just not there. But the premise of like, yo, you get the history of mankind, the thousands of years of mankind, and you get, you feel me, the strongest people on earth at the time versus gods. Give them Valkyrie kind of like is like a half like demigod like weapons, or turn their like scepter or turn their sword into a god sword, and see how much they can do and see if humanity is worth saving. I like the story. I like the premise of that was like, okay, this is dope. The fights are amazing. One critique that I didn't like with the anime, because you said
Your critique might be the reason why I stopped it. But go ahead.
Each fight, I feel like it had like, let's say the first fight, I forgot, I think it was Lubu versus Thor. You got one fight lasting like 3 episodes where the one person gets his story in the first episode, does a little something. The second character gets the second episode, show a little something, and then it ties up in the third episode. I'm just like not really vibe with that. I didn't vibe with that, but I was like, okay, this is okay. I feel like season 2, they need to bring out season 2, and I'm like, bro, like it's okay. Like, it's different. If you don't like it, like it's one of those like, if you don't catch it to it like the first episode or 2, then you're not gonna fuck with the anime,
bro. Your critique is the reason why I stopped. Verbatim. Son, I watched it. I watched like 3 episodes. They're still on the same fight, bro. Talking, they did more time talking than fighting, bro. And I know like Dragon Ball does it too, and I know Super does it too, but like, damn, son, this is Dragon Ball Super has the leverage to do that. It's done it for years. It has your attention, right? But this is a new show. You're trying to get new people into your show. Do not spend more time talking than fighting. If people are gonna watch a show, they probably already watched anime before. You can do a quick, hey, they were this conqueror kind of thing and whatever, and Thor is this, and then boom, like that's it. Baki does it fantastic. We don't know everyone's back. We know their backstory. It takes 1 episode to go through everyone's backstory, and
not even that. It takes like 10 seconds. Like, oh, like we meet Yujiro. Like, oh, this is Habaki's father and reason why he fights or whatever. Or the dude with the strong ass fingers. I forgot.
Right.
Bro, tall, brawling nigga. I forgot.
Grip you, yeah.
He's like, he fought Baki for him at the tournament and beat him. Like, and it shows that's like it. The moment. Like, that's it. Like, short to the point. Like, okay.
Yo, Sam got a question for you. Which was better, Adam versus Zeus or Greatest Loser versus Poseidon?
Oh, Sam, that's a great question. Great question, my boy. Good question. Which was better, Adam versus Zeus? And hey, Nasty, if you're watching this, if you're actually like on this, you can answer this too, because he watched it too. He loved it too. I feel like the Greatest Loser versus Poseidon, simply because the Greatest Loser won. I feel like if Poseidon had won, I'd have been like, God damn it. Like, the dude like mastered his craft for thousands of years, even in heaven, and became like the ultimate swordsman. Like, that was cool. Like, that was cool. But Adam and Zeus though for me, it had the hype. Like, Zeus was like, big homie, but the dude Adam was like, wink, throwing straight hands with brass knuckles. And I feel like like the religious people, they would not fuck with this because they know like Adam and Eve and all that other shit. Well, I was enjoying this shit. This shit had me in my seat. In season 2, I think it has Jack the Ripper, it has Hercules, and it's like I can't. I low key am excited to watch it, son. I think you should give it another. I think you should give it another chance.
I might have, based on the way you were talking, I might have to give it another chance, bro.
The fights are dope. The fights are dope, my boy. The dope's a fight. Let's say the dope's a fight. The fights are dope.
The fights are dope. The dope's are dope. Right.
GT.
Good. Solid.
Solid. I wish it was canon. But low key, I feel like they're gonna make it canon. Like the way it's going, right? Because right now we're in the because we're at. I don't know if they could. I don't know if they confirm this or not, but don't quote me. But I feel like because the energy is at the fucking arc. The end of Z. Majin Buu. That's the energy. After that, then they have like not a time skip, but like they have like a mini like time skip, and they have like another tournament.
10 years or so, yeah.
Yeah, 10 years, and they have a tournament, and we meet Oob, and then Oob and Goku fly away. After they fly away, they train. Goku teaches Oob everything, and that's where GT starts. But in the 10 years, we're in that now with Super. So I feel like everything is gonna connect, and eventually they're gonna write it in like, or in a way like, oh yeah, GT's been canon this whole time.
That would be dope. I think the best. I personally love Super Saiyan 4.
Super Saiyan 4 is the best.
It looks the best. Like, bro, red fur. It gets his tail back. Like Vegeta getting it was kind of cat, but like scientifically getting it, artificially getting it aside, Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4. Like, again, it was awesome. Like I love the form. I think that should actually be canon. Like that should be their strongest form, going back to their Saiyan roots and the primal instincts of a fighter. Like it gave me OG Super Saiyan, like when Goku went Super Saiyan for the first time vibes. When he just like, I barely have enough consciousness. I just want to fuck shit up. You better like when he told
Kakarot. It was Kakarot.
It wasn't Goku anymore. That was Kakarot. Like Super Saiyan 4 gave me like, yo, that's Kakarot. That's not. And then like they started playing around and other shit like that with Gogeta and like the laugh and shit. But like the look, it had the look of a Saiyan. Like that's what a Saiyan looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, man. GT was dope. I just feel like if they ever make Son, oh my god. Like I feel like they focus too much on because like Vegeta he says I don't think he says to the Prince of he says the pride of the Saiyan that I am or whatever. But you don't hear him saying, I'm the Prince of all the Saiyans. Like, he has pride as a Saiyan still, but I feel like they kind of losing sight of that with the Ultra Instinct and the Ultra Ego and all this other stuff. I feel like if they ever bring Super Saiyan 4 into Dragon Ball canon, like you could just honestly just milk that cow and you can have people hypothesize for hours which is stronger, Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan 4. Like I feel like once he said Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, and he turned into Super Saiyan Blue, like what's I feel like if for all that they could have just had Super Saiyan 4 and then you would have been good to go. Like I feel like they focus too much on like the gods and less on like what's inside. Like they're turning mortals into gods, but they're gods in our eyes already. Like we've been seeing them since we were kids. Like we want to be like Goku. We all wanted to be Super Saiyan. Like feel me, like go crazy. You feel me? But I don't know. I feel like you all want to do it.
She want to turn to a fucking
like we all wanted to
really thinking like, yeah, we all tried it.
Yeah, like we all wanted to do that, and it's just I feel like GT had like if they can make it canon, I'll be happy because it's actually not that bad. It's honestly not that bad, but no one gives it the love because it's not canon.
Word. World Trigger. Shoot.
Oh,
Hold on.
oh man, World Trigger, man, I fucking like this World Trigger shit. World Trigger is dope. If you know, you know. It's kind of, and it has like mad episodes already. I forgot when it came out, but it took a hiatus and came right back. It's new gen. It's a new gen anime, and you got in the anime style. It's kind of it's it gives me. I'm not gonna be disrespectful and say like it gives me like Code Geass vibe, but it gives me like an old school. Actually, no, let me say
Retro.
it retro. It's mad retro. The animation style was retro, and it came out when
Well, there's 97 episodes.
it came out on Weekly Shonen Jump in 2013. It's like the manga was out in 2013, but like I just feel like it's retro. It's the story is dope. People invading from another planet, and you gotta like develop your technology to combat that. Like I feel like that's just it's sci-fi and action. It's just being smart, being strategic, working in a team setting. It has a lot. It checks a lot of the boxes, and it's still going on. So like it checks a lot of good boxes, and there's some dull moments for sure. There's some like episodes you're like, no, it's kind of cringe, but it's solid. It's solid, and if people got time to watch, I think it's like 80 something episodes now. So like it has like the episodes where like if you want like a binge, you could watch that.
Is it still going or no?
It's still going like to this day, like every Sunday. So I love this anime. It's not top 10, but it's one of those like
It's a hidden gem. It's a hidden
it's a
gem.
hidden gem, and I'm glad I saw it on TikTok, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Darwin's Game. Before I get to Darwin's Game, I love TikTok. I think I mentioned this like another. I think on literally like the last episode. I fuck with TikTok because you could put your opinions on that, but when people put anime clips and they be fire, like fire ass moments. I'm like, what anime is this? And before I can even get a chance to comment, someone already commented that for me, so I don't gotta waste my time and like, oh, what is this? And brother, Sherelle, what's going on? Yeah, so like I don't gotta waste my time, and then like someone says, oh, what's the anime? And then the creator or someone else comments like, that's why I like the TikTok community, but it definitely be toxic. But Darwin's Game is short. They should have continued it. I don't know why they haven't continued it yet. It's short. Have you watched it or no?
I have not, but I literally just saw the premise. And I'm like, wow, that's damn.
Bro, it's a death game. A death game, and you gotta be smart, and you got the dude character, the main character, his shit, he could conjure up anything. That's fucking dope as fuck. Like he could conjure up anything, and it literally is a death match for money. Like if you kill somebody, you win bread, and they have like live events. Like so, it's kind of like Fortnite. Fortnite, where you kill somebody, you get bread for it. You have like live events where like there's like tournaments. You watch and finish One Punch Man. Nice, good job, Sherelle.
Good job, Sherelle. Yeah, yep, yeah.
So what's next for you, Sherelle? What's next for you? Word.
Turn to a P. Word.
But
one of us.
my one critique, I just hated how it just ended. Like I was like, it ended on season 1. I'm like, bro, just mad potential. Finish it.
So like it's wrapped up. Like,
well, season 1 ended, and I haven't heard any rumblings of a season 2 potentially. So I'm like, damn, like I guess it kind of flopped. Like we talked about it earlier. He got 13 episodes to impress. It's on Netflix. So I'm like, obviously, Sword Art Online, Sherelle. So not One Piece, but Sword Art Online. You're gonna miss out on P. I think you should watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. If you already watched it, then never mind. But yeah, but I just feel like I don't know. If it flops, it flops. It's over.
shit, we don't got that many left. Let's get it going. Let's get it going, son. Yeah, one, four, five. There's 10. 10 left to go. Word. Was it high key or black? Word. One Piece too long, bro.
You ain't say that about Naruto though. You ain't say about Naruto though. You watched all of Naruto. Wait, did you? I think you
No,
watch,
I thought you watched OG Naruto. Not
you watch the Putin, son. Where your mom at? Where your mom at? But come back to this, Baki.
Baki, the embodiment of straight hands.
Yeah.
Black Air Force energy, the anime.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I like Black Air Force. Not but it's bro. Baki goated. Yujiro is just that nigga, bro. All the fights, like, it's I don't know. I think and I think Sam could attest if he's still in the chat. There was the reason why I started watching it. It was me, Sam, our friend Anna, and I forgot who else was there. I think it was us three and somebody else. Oh, what's her name? I forgot her name. Somebody else was there, and we just like look. Anna was like, "Yo, watch Baki, watch Baki." We were like, "All right, whatever." And we're just watching it like, yo, why is these dudes brawling? Why are we fighting for no reason? Like, nope, like there's no reason. We just want to be the strongest, so we just go on big boxing. It's like, all right, it got me. And then but that's it. So like I'm excited for Baki versus his dad, Yujiro.
That's gonna be mad long from now because I be seeing like manga clips on TikTok. I'm like, bro, who the fuck is this nigga?
I think his name is boy, somebody talked about it. I think his name is shout out on TikTok, Shotgun Shogun Sticks or something like that. The guy was like, "What's burning?" Like, he does like a lot of like high videos or whatever. But man, he talks. I think his name. I'm gonna try to figure out his name. But Baki, great. It's a great show. Hopefully, it finishes strong.
For me, I finished watching. I watched. Sammy said, "Watch Vinland Saga." It's on my list, bro. It's on my list. But for me, I feel like with Baki, I started watching it because of quarantine. I was bored, and I got home. I worked at a gas station overnight.
Pickle, that's his name.
Pickle,
bro. Pickle apparently goes crazy. He has that same mystique as like Rox D. Zebek in One Piece, where like he just OP as hell. Like who's gonna stop him? Apparently just time and ice. But he gets these thawed and fuck shit up. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead. My bad. But,
that's the dude that was fighting the dinosaur.
Who was in the ice? Yeah.
Okay. Well, my man, hold on. Before I even touch on, he said the newest season of Baki wasn't all that. Nah, bro, that shit had me hype. I hated how they baited me with the whole Yujiro and Baki gonna fight this one, but yo, Guevara, that dude.
Yeah. So Guevara is that guy. So is Biscuit Oliver. But I kind of agree with Sam in this regard, right? I didn't watch Record of Ragnarok because it said a lot of talking for the first fight and not a lot of fighting. You watch Baki. They have a whole new say. We come to Baki for the fights, but the first couple of episodes was set up for that. So like at that point, you're like, damn, like I came for the fights. Why are we talking still? Why are we not boxing? There was less boxing and more like he shadow box Iron Mike, and then shadow box is a grasshopper. A praying mantis, sorry.
Praying mantis, yeah.
Like it's like I don't, bro. We here to see Baki versus his dad, like, or even like Biscuit Oliver or Guevara. Like, introduction to Guevara, he is that guy. That's the homie. Biscuit Oliver, he is that guy. Baki is that guy, but they did less fighting than talking. Like okay, in the beginning. So I can see why you would think that, Sam. Work.
Baki, I watched it. I'm working over there at the gas station. I came back at 7 a.m. and I was like, I had my McDonald's breakfast, McGriddles and all that. And I was like, what do I want to watch while eating this? And then I see the trailer for Baki, and I was like, yeah, I'm watching this. So I watched it. I watched like 2 episodes, and then I was like, let me go see my black ass to sleep and then wake back up and watch it all. So like I watched the first season like a day, and I was like, yeah, it's lit. But Baki is one of those like, if you want straight hands, bro, it's just straight hands and no tricks, no nothing. It's just straight. If you're stronger than that person, you will beat them. If you're willing to lay your life on the line, you will win. And if you're not, then GG's in the chat.
Word. Boom. That's
like with freaking Muhammad Ali Jr. He wasn't prepared to sacrifice himself if he had to.
Power of friendship. Move on.
Power of friendship. Moving on. I made a whole rant about this. I'm not watching it. It feels like a filler every episode to me. No disrespect to it. I watched it, gave it a chance. I just didn't vibe with it. Now we got the heavy hitters. Now, hold on. My Hero Academia. Damn.
Did you just say academia?
Yeah, moments. Yeah.
Academia.
Academia, where Abademia, where
Okay.
Abademia.
I think great start. Probably like when it comes to new gen, it definitely defines like this new generation. At least one of the like top Sinister Six or whatever. Like the big three, OG Naruto.
Yeah.
Well, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach. There's a Sinister Six. Great start. The whole premise is awesome. I kind of like, oh, if Rock Lee was the main hero, but he ended up getting powers, that'd be dope. It's a great premise, a great story. If everyone has superpowers, but he doesn't. True. Well, yeah, that's a good point, Sam. Like even we know we just finished with Boggy, but yeah, they were talked a lot. Like it was
We
a lot of
definitely talked about
not much fighting, but All Might was that guy. Bakugo is still annoying, but he's warming up.
he redeems himself.
But Midoriya cried like a bitch.
He-
We talked about this in Tokyo Avengers episode a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
He cried like a bitch. Where he's like, now he's starting to like actually man up and not being anything crazy. Like, great start, meh, middle, meh, and I think like the future looks bright, but like
Right.
it has to be more consistent. But yeah, like, I'm excited. I like it. It's a lot. It's a great. It's almost goated at this point because it defines what it is now. It's a new gen, but if it can finish strong, bro, potential indeed.
Potential indeed. Non-manga aside, strictly on the anime, I love this shit. It was dope. And then if you're adding in the manga, like what's going on right now, it just makes it even better. But My Hero is one of those like it epitomizes, like you said, like new gen. Like it's bright. It grabs your attention right away because it's like bright colors. Like there's some dark shit that happened, but like it's for kids. Like yeah, you want like, they do a good job of like making it appealing to a fan base.
Right.
I don't like the community because they want to ship everybody, and
Bro.
I'm not trying to be homophobic or anything. That is not my MO. Bakugo is the homie. He definitely is the homie, especially now in the manga. But they try to over sexualize everything. Like, oh, Bakugo ships with Deku. Deku ships with Todoroki. Oh, Deku ships with both Bakugo and Todoroki. I'm like, bro, like, if it's not explicitly stated or if it's not implied, like Uraraka and Deku, that is implied. Like she flutters every time she sees him. He flutters every time he sees her. You feel me? Like if it's not like that kind of relationship, just don't do it.
Don't even force it.
Don't even force it. Like if they want to go, if the writers want to go in that route, then let them go in that route. But for me, not everybody needs to be in love with another person.
Right. And like romance is like the back burner. Like they don't I mean, yeah, like the comedic relief of them two trying to like flirt with each other or whatever, and hang out and they're getting nervous, but that's just being kids. Like they're 14.
They're in high school.
Like they're dealing with feelings and emotions, but like that's just comedic relief. But it's about him becoming a hero, like the number one hero. Like keep it on that and let the comedic relief of the romance carry it. But forcing romance on, so like it's not. People read way too deep into some anime. This is one of them. Like
right. Honestly, but great story and everything.
yeah, man. Bakugo is on me. Tokiyami is probably my favorite character. That's not the main, like the big three.
Yeah, he's just don't slept on. Haikyuu.
Haikyuu slept on. Literally, we talk about slept on anime. I love Haikyuu, man. I'm excited for whenever the fight between not fight. That's not a fight. It's a match. But the match between I forget the name, but like the cats versus the birds, like their rival, is gonna be awesome. Like I'm excited for it. Man, this show is awesome, man.
Cats and Crows, yeah.
Cats versus Crows, yeah. It's
Like Haikyuu, it's
so
like
good.
I've been I like volleyball, but when they made it to an anime, I was like, okay, it's different. Sorry, it's different, and it made me emotionally invested when they lost and they were silent, and then they started crying in the freaking the food spot, and I was like, damn, like I feel y'all, son. Like I hate losing too, son. Like as a former athlete, when we lost, I was tight. I was I was in middle school. I was on the wrestling team. I was undefeated. I finally lost. I was crying in the bathroom. I was so mad. Like I could relate as a former athlete, and like it's just a person. Like you see them put in the work, struggle with practice, try to be their best, and then they lose in a nail biter that they could have had to went their way if certain balls went into their court. No pun intended. Like it's just emotionally investment, and I'm like, damn, emotional damage, and it's like it's kind hearted in a way like no one like we're not talking about people dying and all that other stuff, but like she like the basketball one better. That's cool. I didn't like the basketball one. I like volleyball better, and depending on how they do this blue lock shit, soccer might be number one. But for me, I like Hajime no Ippo, just the boxing one first, then Haikyuu, then Kuroko, and then depending on how they do. I gotta watch Ace of Diamond. That's the baseball one.
Yeah, bro. I heard good things about that.
I heard
one.
great things
Shout out
about
to DeAndre. DeAndre's like, yo, watch this, bro. I'm like, yo, I have a lot, guys. I have a lot to watch. I know.
It's a lot.
Slacking, but
It's definitely second. But Haikyuu
last
definitely
point on Haikyuu, at least while the wheel spinning, like we talked about as a former athlete, when we lost in the playoff game in football, and we were just like, damn, like we did all this work to lose, and it's like, damn, like yeah, but it's how you bounce back. Like
yeah.
High school
Too bad we quit.
Too bad we quit. Yeah, we went to focusing on school as opposed to football.
Not even that, bro. I feel like no shade to the team we was at, but I feel like the coaches wasn't really like investment in the players. Like certain players for sure, and that's every sport. You know, every team like has like the star player, and the coaches want to like dick ride the clinic. But like I feel like they didn't really teach us how to play football. Like we all were fast, we all were strong, we all could have ran the ball if we wanted to, if given an opportunity. Like after practice, this is a whole like venting session. Like after practice, we had like the little like the races in the track. Like me and you were dusting everybody, but they put us on the offensive defensive line. Like why? Like they taught us how to like catch a football in the helmet. We could have been wide receivers, like or running backs, or like he could have like taught us how to play the game. But back to this shit. High School of the Dead. Did you watch it?
I did. Yeah.
It was for what it, bro. This I don't know why.
Service the anime, bro.
It's they have mad like plot in it. Like it's just straight plot in it. And I'm like, I don't mind it because of the circumstance. Like this is near death experiences. You know, people like some people get off on these like the thrill. Like they running for their lives from zombies. Like some people get off on that thrill, huh?
There's no reason why someone mounts a sniper on somebody, shoots, and the bullet travels through someone's titties, bro. Like
that was
bro. The titties are going like this, and the bullet goes through it. There is zero anime only, bro. Like that's the only way that happens is anime, bro. Man.
They put it in slow motion too.
Bro.
Like the animators do what they were doing, son. They do what they were doing,
bro. It's weird. Don't watch it in public.
Do not watch it in public because the teacher. Hold on,
bro.
Bro. The moment it had me hooked, bro. Dude was like, "Yo, we out." Like,
bro. It was the first episode.
First episode. Shit. He's like, "Yo, shit hit the fan. Yo, we out." I promise you that I was gonna take care of you and look after you. Yo, we out. She's like, I ain't going anywhere. We out. Like I said, we out. And then she was like, I bet we out. And then the boyfriend got killed. And I was like, this is why we should have left when we had a chance. And then she wanted him, and he was like, "Yo, my man, you wilding right now." But then my son, he ain't fold the bag. My son playing in the swordsman shorty,
Yeah.
Kendall shorty. My son was in the ribs, yes sir, like nice and tender, right? Tender
All
ribs
right.
with some barbecue sauce.
All right. Hold on.
I said, hold on. But again, if you were watching this when you were young, dumb, and full of cum, I understand. I watched this in 2021, so it was kind of like, okay. Misfit of Demon King. Have you watched this?
I'm about to go. I don't know what the hell this is.
It's a quick anime. Anos is the GOAT. You know Rimuru from have you watched Reincarnated as this one?
Not yet. That's on my list.
Basically, Anos he's like the devil, like the demon king, like devil spawn, whatever. Like he's the devil. And he can do anything. And it's a quick anime. If you haven't watched it, you could watch it. It's okay. It's one of those like it's not for everybody, but if you like it, you can enjoy it. All right, down to the final four. We got some good ones.
Word.
Well, kind of because I talked about Yu-Gi-Oh last time, so it's kind of like two more. Yu Yu Hakusho.
It's I don't know. It might be hard to say best anime opening consistently.
One of the best anime openings of all time. Yeah,
bro. Yusuke is that nigga, bro. Yusuke is that guy, bro.
I think he's one of the best MCs ever. Like
he is. He does like he's like that the dark to Yusuke's light. He does that good anti-hero or get like sidekick or side character. I don't say sidekick, no, side character to the main character. He set the blueprint for Zoro and Vegeta and other stuff like that. Like I think Vegeta was first. I don't know timing wise.
Vegeta, Sasuke, like he set the trope, like a rival to the main character who can hold his own in a fight, who don't take L's like that. Like the Dark Tournament is literally the best tournament arc in anime.
Yeah.
And that's not even a hot take. You know, you got the tuning exams, cool. We got regular versus got no, but the Dark Tournament from start to finish, literally, I've watched Yu Yu Hakusho many times because of the Dark Tournament. Like,
yeah,
I've stopped it. Like, literally, if they didn't even need the C-Suite arc, they didn't need the Devil King arc, Demon King arc. They
just ended it at the Dark Tournament. It's still
literally, it would have been like it would be the greatest of all time if they literally started it at the like whatever they started it at, him getting his powers or whatever, ended it at the Dark Tournament, him winning it, and then them leaving and flying away. That would be peak fiction, all that, because it will be short, it'll be to the point, like we get everything, and him ending up with Keiko and that, and he just skip that and put that in the end. That's like that would be like freaking amazing. And Yusuke, I love Yusuke as a main character, bro, because he doesn't change his personality too much. He just changes what his priorities are. He goes from person that only cares about himself and Keiko, because he definitely cares about it forever, but he cares about saving the world because he lives there. Like he's like, I live here. I'm not trying to like freaking have this shit fucked up, whatever. Like,
bro, the first episode was it. Like, the way he died, yeah, it's fucked up. But like
he didn't even have to die. He didn't even die.
But like he becomes a spirit detective, and then like you were an asshole your entire life, but you saved someone's life. So we don't know what to do with you. We're gonna give you powers, and you're gonna be a spirit detective. And he's like, all right, and he fucking does it, and he's a boss at it. So, man, yeah, he's
like, it's
good.
Like, and then when he had when he had Pooh, and then he had his whole like Bruce Lee moment when he was like getting Genkai's powers, and then he was like, "No, I can't let him die because that's me. Like the spirit is mine in itself, whatever." And he hit the little bicycle kick, like that. Just like Yu Yu Hakusho.
If you're an anime fan and haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho,
you shouldn't, bro. You should. It's on Funimation. Watch that, bro. Like I could watch that. I can watch that forever.
Is it Shaman King?
And it's Shaman King. Shaman King.
It
It came out back in the day, but Netflix basically like brought it back. I fuck with it. I don't like how the main like they made out to be like little kids, and they're like high school. Like I get it, but but that's like the one flaw in it. But
came out in 2001.
yeah, so like it's old as fuck. It's only like 30 some episodes, and it's almost done. I think every like couple months or so, like Netflix will add more episodes. But literally, I think on the 9th on Sunday, they'll add more episodes. Like I've watched everything, and like the story is dope. The main character, you could not relate to him. He just wants an easy life, and that's why he wants to become the Shaman King. Because whatever the Shaman King says, that's law. Like, and they have a tournament every like 1,000 years or so, and they people with different spirits and different because they're shamans, so like they can like channel spirits and like connect with the dead and stuff like that. So like if you can do like an oversoul, which is like having souls of different like warriors in the past. Like the main character has like a swordsman who like was like a one of the strongest people ever. Like all that. The fight, like the premise of the story is dope. He has a twin brother who's evil as fuck, like reincarnated as like the evil person, most evil, heinous person in the world. Like that parallel was in there, and like it's just dope. It's just dope. I would recommend it, but if people don't like it, that it's like one of those hit or miss. Like if you like it, you like it, but if you don't, it doesn't rub off on you. Like the first couple episodes, is like you could just stop it right there. And we're gonna save. I talked about Yu-Gi-Oh last time, so now we just got.
Wait, you talked about it. I didn't. Yu-Gi-Oh again. Everything you said about Yu-Gi-Oh is great last time. The one thing I'd add.
Hold on.
No, don't spit. Literally, don't. There's no point. We have a whole show coming on with Black Clover, right? Down the line.
Down the line, yeah.
We can save that for now, for then, or talk about it briefly. But Yu-Gi-Oh, nice. Man, I've watched this, son. I've watched Naruto like 3 times, 4 times. I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh. Man, having the cards, having it, bro. GX personally was my favorite. Like that was my favorite. Jaden did not. He took like a couple of L's, but like I think Yu-Gi-Oh.
We could cheat it, son.
Yeah, he did. But I also will say this, and I don't know if it's a hot take or not. It is the best anime that is based off a card game or a card have either the card game based off anime or anime based off card game. It is the best of it.
Yeah.
Pokemon is the best game, probably. But in terms of an anime, I'm going Yu-Gi-Oh over Pokemon 5,000 times over like ever. Like that's just me. It might be a hot take, it might not be. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh, man. First introduction, I didn't even know it was anime. Like, there's one of those shows that you watch and like, oh, this is actually anime. Like, cool. Like, awesome. I just thought it was a cartoon having it on like Saturday mornings. Like,
Yeah.
And like, yeah, no, this is an anime. It's like, oh, cool. Like, a lot of people would watch Yu-Gi-Oh and they don't even know they're anime. Like, they don't even know this is anime. So it's one of those like, wow. When you find out it's an anime, it's like, huh. You never know. You learn something new every day. So
Learn something new every day. Like Yu-Gi-Oh, it was dope, son. And whenever there's always phases when we're bored and the group chat like, oh, let's all bust out the dueling book and be dueling each other. Like that's just different, and it's okay.
word. And last but not least,
Last but not least,
Clover. Why did you spin it?
Semantics.
Goat Clover. Oh man. Hence, I'm saying the word goat Clover instead of Black Clover because I personally think it is the best new gen.
I would say my hero.
I know you would, but I'm not you. Like,
but that's not a bad take. Black Clover, was super slept on when it first came out, and now it's fire again. Well, now it's trendy again, which is one of the reasons why I hate the anime community. And we could just have us two in there. Like, that's fine. But I feel like with this one, with Black Clover, as good as it is, it's people are gonna always talk smack about it because it has similarities to Naruto. It has similarities to Bleach. It has like components of the big three in there, which is not a bad thing. Like I feel like if you want to be a long standing anime, especially nowadays with the smallest room for error that you get, implementing stuff from the big three that was successful is not a bad way to go. And with Black Clover, the way they do it is like the main character doesn't have magic in the beginning, but finds out he has anti magic, which can nullify all the other magic. And the way he does it, he's a very loud and abrasive person, but like you could tell that he genuinely cares about being like he's from the slums, and like I hate elitists. Like I hate elitists. Like I hate people who think they're just above everybody. And Black Clover has a bunch of those, and they all look dumbfounded when they find out like they're not even the strongest person in the room. And a dude that had no magic had to train his body to catch up to everybody. He's the GOAT. He will be. I don't think. I feel like they're gonna make it a point of him not becoming the Wizard King.
Yeah,
Because
to have him keep working, to have him like actually keep trying and not just settling.
yeah, like I feel like it might be like a Naruto thing. Like eventually, like he'll become the Wizard King. But for right now, I feel like Yuno will be a better Wizard King because not that he looks cooler, he is cool, but he is cooler and he's cooler headed and like you want somebody who's gonna be like the king of all the Magic Knights. Like he's gonna be like the strongest. Not because Julius is kind of OP, but he's
Bro, his
beatable.
power of time. That's something like it's a unique power. Like, bro, like who the hell would think to store time and use that to fight people? Like
Yeah,
that's bro.
and
And
then using the same time to store time in like a little container because just in case I die, I can basically like restart at a certain point.
with all my knowledge and everything still there.
Like that's kind of broken, bro. Like you can basically like, let's say he lives on for like another freaking 20 years, storing mad time and just reboot himself over and over and over and over again. That's kind of like, he basically could be immortal if he wanted to be.
right. So
And that
it's
but
great, man. I think it's the best. And obviously it's on a hiatus right now, which sucks. I wish it wasn't. I miss was like it was last year. It's literally like every Tuesday
yeah.
I'd wake up, I'd
And
watch.
the opening soundtracks are fire. Like
Yeah,
they're
like,
dope.
it's everything you can ask for in an anime. It's great. And sorry, I'm picking my nose on stream. Sorry, Booger was just no like bothering me. The point is, I love it, and bro, yeah, it's good. I hope we have a Shabazz TV with Black Clover because I would definitely could talk about.
Looking like February. Looking like February.
We could talk about Black Clover for hours, bro. Well,
Yeah, me, you, Josh. I think Josh mentioned that he wanted to be a part of it, and I think Sammy, if you watched it too, you definitely more than welcome. I gotta have an episode with all the degenerates.
Human debris. Word. Shout out to human debris.
Human debris, the HD word. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
We don't know.
But but that's gonna do it all for this episode of the Shabazz TV show. Let me know in the comments your opinions and your thoughts on the anime that we talked about. Hope you guys have an amazing night, an amazing day if you're watching this for the first time. Hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy because your Marion is out here in these streets. And the IHU variant that's in France now, new variant, whatever. I'm honestly, they popping these shits out like freaking trading cards nowadays. Like it's something new every day. It's like something Super Saiyan. Like it's another form.
Bro, yeah,
it's another form, bro. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, have a good night, y'all. Start the new year right. Finish this week off strong, and see y'all potentially next week. I don't know what we're talking about. I think it's One Piece next week, right?
One Piece next week.
Yeah, I'm in there. Word. I'm excited. Yo, we watching his tier list too. We gonna dissect some of them because I have my own thoughts on some of the arcs that you talk about, bro. We'll save that for next week. Word.
Say that for next week. We'll say that for next
So
week.
then, what's the 3 things they need to do? Word.
Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend and tell a friend, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Final part of the One Piece arc tier list is coming tomorrow.
Word?
Stream, yeah, tomorrow. Stream is on Saturday. Fortnite stream, a weekly stream, and then that is it for now. Have a good night, guys.
Later.
Peace.